Hello guys. With the influx of new players coming into Sea of Thieves because of the hype of Saferseas or the seasonal sale, I thought there's no better time to make this video series to help out new players get to guzzling grog and chasing that booty a bit faster. So join me on this adventure of your first day in the Saferseas and let's learn some of the basics. As you launch the game, you'll be greeted with the menu. Pick Adventure, Saferseas, Charter a ship, and here you can pick either a galleon, brig or sloop based on how many of your friends are playing with you. After that, click on Confirm and Assemble Crew, and on the next page, this is where you can invite your friends to join you. Once Sea of Thieves is loaded, you'll be spawned into the tavern at one of the various outposts in the game. If we exit here and search around a little, we'll be able to find our boat at the docks. Let's hop on board and search for the map table. On the sloop, it'll be right under here. Interact with it and here we will be able to see Ancient Spire Outpost, which is indicated by the name and the tall tale marks above. All of the outposts in the game have these marks, so it's a bit easier to spot them. If we zoom out a little, we'll be able to see something called regions. At current, there are 4 regions, which will be handy to us in just a few moments. Now that that's covered, let's first go over some of the fundamentals of the ship. Right over here, you'll get the prompt to set the sail length, and it's here we can do just that. Hold S for lower, and hold W to take it back up again. Just behind that, we can adjust the sail angle. On this one, it's A for left and D for right. Just to our left here, we have the anchor. Now obviously, lower anchor makes the boat stop, and picking it up allows us to sail. You can see when it's fully raised based on the inner ring in the middle. Alright, now that we got that done, let's hop onto the deck once more. On our left will be the quest board. If we interact with it, we will see a bunch of maps. Here is where knowing our region pays off. Once we select the map, we will see the map name and the region. Make sure to try and remember this for now, as once we accept it, it's no longer visible. Once it's accepted, we'll get a prompt at the bottom of the screen. From here we want to press Q to open our item radial, and then hit the spacebar to open quests. Let's hop back onto the ship and try searching the map for Chicken Isle. Now we know the name and the region, so we know that it's close. Once found, left click to circle it to make finding it easier. As you can see, we need to go to the west and a little bit to the north. So northwest, which you can see on the bottom right. Now that we've established that, I'm going to show you another important part of outposts. Let's jump off the boat once again, and scattered throughout the outpost is a whole bunch of barrels and crates. If you interact with them, you will see supplies, the most important part of Sea of Thieves, because without supplies, you're a sitting duck in combat. In these barrels you'll find food, planks, cannonballs, and even quests. I'm only going through a couple here, but make sure to go around the outpost and stock up. Once your inventory is full, go back to the ship and place all the items in the respective barrels. Just as a side note, that each barrel is its own, meaning in this case, the barrel on the top can have its own resources, and the barrel underneath has separate resources, so you can place specific things in each barrel if you like. Once that is done, let's interact with the cannons and preload cannonballs in there, just in case we get attacked. Okay, now that our ship is stocked up and all the precautionary measures taken, we raise the anchor, drop the sail, and off we go. Just be sure to turn the wheel so that we don't hit anything in our path. On the wheel, at least one of the spokes will be different from the others, and you can hear a thump as well when the wheel is straightened. Next, let's drop the sail fully. If we look up, we can see wind lines. Make sure to adjust the sail so that it makes a full bellow to ensure that you're going as fast as possible. Once we're sailing, be sure to constantly check your direction with the wheel compass. Adjust the sails accordingly and avoid obstacles. Now that we're past that rock, I want to show you something really mysterious approaching the ship. It's the subscribe button, and if you're enjoying the content so far, please help me out here. It's Christmas after all. Now that we're approaching the island, we want to turn the ship closer toward it. Once we get close enough, we want to raise the sail to slow us down completely, and get ready to drop the anchor. Once the anchor is dropped, let's check our map to see if it's the correct island. Once that's done, I'll show you a little trick. Make sure that the sail is completely up and that the wheel is straight. Now we want to raise the anchor completely, and then we can turn the boat in a full 360 range without sailing forward. We want to align the ship like this to make our life easier. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Okay, once that's done, go to the armory here and make sure we have weapons equipped, just in case. And right next to it we have the ammo crate. Interact with it to make sure the ammo is full. Head down to the lower deck and make sure that we have food. Next we want to open the equipment chest and check that we have a shovel equipped. Okay, I think we're ready to go and start heading to the island. Once we step onto the island, hit Q and bring out our compass. Let's align ourselves north. Once that's done, we want to bring out our map and see where we are and where we need to go. You can hit F on your keyboard to zoom in while holding the map. At this point, we are on the larger part of the island, and we need to go to the east and the north, as indicated by the X marks the spot. It seems this island has blessed us with some free loot. We can see it shining there in the distance. However, this isn't the loot that we're looking for. If you walk over here, you'll hear a thump. This is useful for treasure that's in grassy areas. However, this one's in the sand and is easier to see due to the creases. Now bring out the shovel and let's dig up our loot. Unfortunately, it's not much, but hey, it's our first loot, so that's okay. Okay, our loot is a bit far from the boat, so let's move it a bit closer. To make our life easier, we have our best friend here, the harpoon. This is why we turned our ship this way, so that we can pick up the loot easier instead of swimming all of it to the boat. And there you go, our first map, or quest rather, completed. Now let's go find an outpost on the map again, and get to selling these couple of items. Now try and remember the steps. Mark the location, make sure the anchor is raised, turn the boat in that direction, and drop and align the sails. Okay, once again when we reach our destination, we want to raise the sails and drop the anchor to park perfectly like I just did. Now we can grab our loot and sell it to the different vendors, which I'll explain more in depth in our next video. And that concludes our first day. Please make sure to practice these steps, and if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to not miss my next video coming out soon. Merry Christmas to you all.